Hello, you beautiful people.
The big news, the news we've all been waiting for is that we finally have a winner of the Tour Divide.
As far as the history of ultra-endurance bike pack racing, it's probably the best, if not one of the best seasons.
To win all the races he won in a single season is remarkable.
At the moment I live like a monk life. For me there are like just a couple of things that exist in my life, and it's work and cycling, and not so much more. But I'm happy. I love this, like I think it's Bukowski who said like find what you love and let it kill you. So I think I'm on the right path. Outside is free, eh? You don't need any gym.
What were your first impressions when you arrived in Norway?
Wild. And mountains. Like I come from Lithuania, right? We have flatland. I was fascinated by Norway, you know, and I wanted to see more. And what's there, and not always I could get the car or take a bus and stuff. So bike is very convenient. And then I started riding around. Woo! I'm flying, baby! I've been riding for 2 hours and I have already 67 kilometers. It's going well.
He was a name that just sort of started cropping up on the scene as such. He was new into ultra cycling during lockdown, and he just discovered he was evidently quite good at it.
Woo! So maybe there's hope that I'll make it. Fuck.
He's just that annoying person that's good at it. He could have been a professional footballer, so he's got that ability, he's got that natural engine that can actually sort of push him to this highest point.
He played at like international university games level, but obviously football is a major sport, so that is a high level. And you ride with him and you see his legs and you're like, oh man, you're a machine. You know, he's got the lungs, he's got the legs, you see like the veins in the back of his legs, you're like, well, yeah, you're made to be an athlete.
He lines up, he's got this demeanor, he's very, I'd say nonchalant. Whether he has nerves or not, we don't know. Just seems very happy.
I mean, when he wants to reach something, of course, he's like fully focused. He's training about 35 hours a week. It's just mental.
I started seeing these big bikepacking races that he was doing, just like destroying it. So I think everyone took notice.
In order to keep balance, you have to keep moving. And that's one of the things you have to remember. This is gonna be about cooking. I think we're gonna make a thing about cooking, huh? It's not gonna be so much about riding, we're gonna cook. So weekends is a work days for me, and that's where I don't need to go to my day job, but I need to do my job on the bike. And that can be like 7-hour ride, and it can be both on Saturday and Sunday. And the rest would be spent, doing catching up, but not tidying up the house. No. We have 24 hours in a day, right? So if I'll spend 3 of those hours hoovering my floor, washing my floor and stuff, it's wasted time, man. get some good shit. I know that structure can help, but chaos, you can make so many plans as you want, and if you don't go right, so you can just suddenly feel scared because you're out of control of things that you thought. But if you're used to chaos, fuck it. There's one big problem with that, and that is that after you get out of one problem, you kind of find it funny. You kind of find it interesting, like, how deep in the shit do I have to get so that I wouldn't get out? And that's where it gets scary. Because, yeah, there are... When we are playing with boundaries, and that's what we kind of do in ultracycling, so those boundaries, yeah, they have limits. And if you cross certain limits, there's no way back. And it also, I'm aware of this, and that's what makes it fun.
Good morning. I've been trying to ride since 1 probably, but the word trying describes it best probably. Oh my god. Yesterday's decision to ride past the cabins because it was too early to go to sleep was not a good one. So yeah, had a cold night.
Allen keys, all this shit. Nah. Okay, enough. Bon appetit. I must admit, sometimes it goes an hour or two on the sofa just looking outside and thinking, now I have to do this. Now I really have to get out. Now it looks fine. Now it looks like I need to eat fast so that I could ride sooner.
He's the most non-professional professional that you can sort of meet, but he puts in the hours. But when he actually then comes to a race, you're like, wow, he's fast.
But too much structure, oof, you became a slave. You just feel stressed all the time because you have this structure to follow. Oof. Come on, Chelsea. Come on.
Within sport, I think people like the ideal. They like to have control in situations. They like things to be the way they're used to. When you try and apply that to an ultra, it doesn't work because there's so many variables and it is chaos. So I think the fact that he thrives in that chaos makes a whole bunch of sense.
Ultra endurance racing and bike pack racing is still very much underground sport.
It's kind of like it's a hard one to actually almost like compare the different niches of cycling and cycle racing really, because the needs and demands on the body are sort of very, very different. You know. Right, let's go. Tour de France is a good one, racing for 5 hours, 6 hours per day, but then you finish, you recover, you have people to help you. You're not on your own, you're part of a team really. Whereas doing an ultra race, every single part of that has to be down to you.
The cycling is actually a relatively small, well, it's an important but a small aspect of the overall picture. But then there's things like management. I always think it's about managing like your body, your food, your bike, your mental state, your fatigue.
I think it's really nice to have these experiences be more wild, more backcountry, because it gives the racers a sense of freedom.
It's going to be a beautiful day today. How was the night? Long? Dark. It was dark and long. After the darkness comes the sun. It's always like that. There's always sun after the darkness. Then you finally get high in life.
You're driven by reasons that are your own, and in a lot of ways it's one of the more pure pursuits you could have within cycling.
You go into it for self-reflection, therapy. These experiences are life-changing.
Right. I heard this saying, don't chase the pain will come. They're like playing the pain. On the climb and with a headwind. This to save the life.
Get in there. I'm gonna sleep a little.
It's a game, like most of the barriers that we have in our heads are made by ourselves. And you can crush them easily. If you want, if you wish, there is a way. So it's just like you have to wish for it hard enough. That's what I love about ultracycling. After you experienced all these troubles and didn't let them break you, what can break you? You really get this self-confidence, it grows on you. You become more secure about your capabilities. You know that you're able. This is not gonna break you. I finally managed to get back home with the victory.
Don't lucky, bro.
Oh my god. But I have a flight to catch, isn't it? What time is it? Yeah.
I don't quite know how he lived his life. He ran a nursing home. And because he was a manager, he could arrange his shifts to end on the first 2 days of his race. He'd fly to a race, turn up last minute, totally smash the race, fly home and go straight back to work, working night shifts in a nursing home.
I don't talk about my racing at work. Never, basically. Because this is a bubble, you know, we live in a bubble, so everybody outside of the bubble don't even know this happens and this exists. And so very few people know at work who I am, what I do outside of my work. So every time I come back, there's no big fanfares, you know, there's no fireworks and there's nothing. They just expect me to come and do my work, and that's what I'm there for. I'm managing a long-term care home, but the problem was that I was a male nurse in Lithuania, which wasn't the best place to be a male nurse. I was at that time, and here I am, 10 years later, still here in Norway. Dealing with a lot of things, you know, I have about 20 workers. And I have the patients, and this is a long-term care home, so it means many of them, if they come out of here, they came out in a coffin, or foot first, and that means a lot of deaths, and you get to see, the other side or the other perspective of getting old, getting sick, the unknownness, the questions, why me, all this stuff. I've seen many of those situations and I've been in those situations, and that's why we're here, to help them, and that is what takes you. I mean, you have to give yourself to them so that they would feel good. It's real shit here. You get to see some real stuff, and this is what sometimes the landing is quite hard, right? I've been in races, I did some races, I've been on a high, I won some races, and I come back home and it's like, welcome back. So yeah, this balance is very important.
because otherwise you can go mad.
The Triple Crown Challenge is 3 specific races. It's the Tour Divide, which is in June. It's the Colorado Trail Race, which is in August. And it is the Arizona Trail Race, which is now in October. Basically, the challenge is to do them all in 1 calendar year.
That's 3 massive, efforts in a year. It's cumulative as well. So if you're doing all 3 events, by the time you get to Arizona, you're probably going to be tired by the time you even start. It's a massive feat of human endurance just to do it.
Plans and hopes, they're big, but I'm always afraid to share them. Like, I always think that, like, if you say it loud, it's not gonna happen. It's like, I think it has a bit to do with the birthday wishes that you were told when you were a kid. Don't say it loud. Don't say it loud.
People won't see this until, like,
Okay.
after. So you want to win them all.
Yeah, I want to kick some asses, yeah.
Winning the Tour Divide is probably the most prestigious race in the world. It is one of the oldest bike pack races out there. There's been probably more people that have raced the Tour Divide than any other race.
It literally goes the whole length of the United States of America. 2,700 miles in 14 days.
Hello and welcome to my daily coverage of the 2024 Tour Divide. The weather's looking really unsettled up north. It's quite cold, so it's going to be a rough few days to start.
Good morning, beautiful. Night was terrible. Told you to look away.
There's long pushes between resupplies, so managing your food and water is really important. It's pretty relentless.
Justinas Leveika has been forging ahead pretty much on record pace.
You go through just all of these microclimates along the Continental Divide. You got a snowstorm, you got a rainstorm, you got scorching heat, wind, peanut butter mud, dry, your lips are cracking, you're dehydrated. It's everything.
The top, baby. Ah, wonderful.
For your body to be able to maintain it is superhuman.
It's going to be interesting. I honestly think at the moment Justinas might have the upper hand.
Allez, 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 what is it? Look who's waving.
They've pretty much done the bulk of the hard stuff.
Life's so good.
And then this long flat stretch across the desert, predominantly on the road. We finally have a winner of the Tour Divide. Justinas Leveika, he finished in 13 days, 2 hours and 6 minutes, making him the fastest official rider down the Tour Divide.
Looks like I'm gonna take this one, huh? Oh my god. Oh my god. It is. Yeah, it will take time to sink in.
It's so great to see. It's been a really long time coming for him. He's certainly learnt the hard way. He's made a lot of mistakes. He managed to push through it and take a good 20 hours off Mike Hall's record. It's going to be a shame not to see Mike Hall's record dot on the track leaders page now every year. Obviously, if you don't know, Mike, he was tragically killed when he was racing in Australia. So the little Mike Hall dot has been a nice memory for people that knew him over the years. I guess he was probably the guy that made bikepacking what it is, certainly in Europe. And Mike set a record for riding around the world unsupported. But he made his name for himself, and then he came back to Europe and set up the Transcontinental Race, which is pretty much the blueprint for the events we see now. And it was kind of a catalyst for the sport becoming more mainstream. So Mike was hugely influential. And not only that, he went back in 2016 and he set the record, good and proper. Also that dot that's always on the map every single year, the historic data of his record ride in 2016, and everyone's been chasing it for years and years and years, and he's lived on that map. But it was going to be broken at some point, and yeah, I'm pretty pleased Justinas was the guy to do that. He'd met Mike's mum, and I think Mike's mum was one of the first people to call him. I think Mike would be proud of the fact Justinas was the one to break that record.
Here he comes.
How can you miss a thing as big as like that? Hello, darling.
I'm the first person that he contacts, giving updates. It's stressful. Those days, like weeks, you can't really concentrate on doing like other things. You always have like my phone by my side and just constantly tracking.
Do you want bacon or salmon?
Both.
Both.
Yes. Give me everything you have. Since the ass-kicking shit got quite well this year, so after Tour Divide, I decided to do the Triple Crown and went to race in Colorado, Colorado Trail race.
Colorado Trail, I think, is one of the hardest routes you could race. It's very technical. You're constantly working for every meter gained. There's nothing that really comes free on that route.
It's got like 75,000 feet of climbing, so kissing the clouds.
This is just a dream come true. Ah, fucked. I'll try to enjoy. I'm sexy and I know.
A lot of it takes you over 10,000 feet of elevation. At that point, your oxygen is a hard thing.
This is really beautiful. Oh, the air is thin. Should have been way earlier than I am. Ah, this trail is... Oh my god.
Yeah, so technically Justinas didn't win the Colorado Trail. He was first over the line.
The Colorado Trail debacle is sad. He told me I hitched a ride. Right then I knew, like, oh, no.
I got a big puncture. It killed the other rim. It was a hard hit. And now what the fuck I'm gonna do?
So he tried to ride to the nearest town,
It's broken rim now.
but eventually the rim failed.
And the whole rim just... So I just left the bike in the woods. I'll try to enjoy. Leadville's not that far. Hiked back to the trailhead. Ah, fucked. Then hitchhiked the car to Leadville. Okay, I'm on the road now.
The rules are fairly simple, and in most races, it's kind of accepted. If you have a mechanical, you can hitch a ride to get a repair at a public service, i.e. a bike shop, and then it's normally legitimate to kind of hitch a ride back to the point at which you left. However, there was an FAQ clarification sort of below the rules that said, it stipulates clearly, well, once you've got down to the FAQs, clearly that you have to be under your own power at all times.
It's kind of unfortunate, but at that point, ask questions, you know what you're getting into.
He made some assumptions which cost him the win. But they did allow him to keep that time for Triple Crown, so I think that's fair enough.
Sometimes those decisions that he takes like immediately, they're good decisions, but sometimes he regrets those decisions. So it's always like finding a balance.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Mr. Unorganized.
I mean, prepared. You can't be prepared for this. Losing shit. What possibly can go wrong, yeah? Left.
You tell stories, everybody listens. His grandma called him special.
All grandmas call their kids special. We're all special to our grandmas. There's nothing.
She knew
to do with
something.
that.
She knew something.
Do you think one day Justinas will settle down and have kids?
Yeah, that's the answer. Mommy, forget about it. Forget it.
The day I will settle down, I'll have a dog first.
Are you waiting for some grandkids for him?
You will meet someone.
First I have to find who.
Yeah.
Then I have to wait to see if that's the right person, feel it, blah, 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 blah. And by that time...
Yeah, if she's younger, you can have kids till you are bloody 80 or something. So who cares?
You see how it turns out.
Jesus, do you love it that much, or how do you make yourself to push yourself?
There were people joking that I've already raced all the races on the calendar in 2 years. It's like nothing's left.
He knows what he's doing, guys. You just have to trust him, and you do.
Like, good decisions comes from experience, and experience comes from making bad decisions.
And now you can't even stop, can you? It would hurt too much if you stopped.
Finally, I'm gonna get to visit Simpsons. You ready?
Yeah.
Well,
what do you think of his setup? I mean, it's perfect. Well, I don't know how perfect it can be, but it looks good. The fact that you can move around.
I expected it to be way worse, actually. This is, I feel ready.
You feel ready? Yeah.
Tomorrow? Do you start tomorrow?
Yeah. It's gonna be really great, though. I think you'll really love it.
It's the icing on the cake. It's the last race of the Triple Crown, so it's like that's kind of that drive to keep you moving forward.
One of the most unique aspects of that race, there's a length of it around the Grand Canyon split. You are not allowed to put your wheels down.
So you have to disassemble your bike, put it on your back, and then hike 20 miles, which, to be honest, sounds absolutely horrendous.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh my god. I'm a bit tired. God, it's hot, man.
Arizona is brutal. So you start 5,000 feet on the Mexico-Arizona border, and it can be kind of cold and not very comfortable to start a race.
Things I didn't expect here in Arizona. Rain is definitely one of them. Look, what's that? No. This is my worst fucking enemy. I hate this shit. That's what I... Oh, shit.
Like everything that wants to put holes in your tire and your body, you're riding through it.
World, you're amazing. What a playground we have. It's just jaw-dropping shit. Well, we are in America. Land of the free. Jesus, man. I've been.
You go up into Flagstaff, and then you've got the Grand Canyon.
Oh my god.
Which is a protected national park, so you're not allowed to ride your mountain bike through it.
You gotta throw your bike on your back, and you've got 21 miles of it.
That takes it from being just about your riding fitness to your overall sort of strength as well.
I saw him walking down with his bicycle, and he gave me a little cute smile, and I'm like, where are you going?
He's in the Arizona Trail Race, and he's one of the best endurance athletes in the world.
Oh, you're kidding me. One of the best endurance athletes in the world. Smiled at me, Sandy. I'm worthy of his smile.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
We just couldn't believe our eyes when we looked up and saw him coming down the trail with that bike.
McDonald's bag.
Well, that's where I'm going. So as I've said,
My bike has taken to many places. But I think it's time to pay it back. How's it up there, buddy? You good? Need some water? Anything? Oh my god, this is gonna be a long night. What the fuck? I always want to cry now. That's where the top is. I've been out there for a whole night, carrying my precious. My feet are not happy. That's all. Play through the pain, they say, huh?
All these questions come, and what's there for me? Is it for me? Should I do this? Why? Again, why? And because there's nothing, right? You don't win anything. You have nothing to prove. But try to put the price on this feeling of achievement. Like, like when you finish this accomplishment, like how much you grow with every race you do, how much confidence you gain.
What a stupid idea.
When you reach the finish, the biggest thing I feel is the relief.
What a idiot.
The thing that it's over.
How does it feel to be done with the Triple Crown?
A huge relief, actually.
It's so stupid, this race. That's beautiful. Fear of something happening that will hinder you from finishing is gone. You did it, you're done. Should I be cocky about it?
I don't know, maybe I should. FKT question mark?
I'll let you decide, huh?
Well, I don't think anyone has actually ever in the history of sport won so many races, so many big races in 1 year. And that's going to take some beating.
I mean, as far as like the history of ultra endurance bike pack racing, it's probably the best, if not one of the best seasons of an ultra endurance racer.
Even if you remove the context of the fact he has a full-time job, the fact that winters are so harsh, to win all the races he won in a single season is remarkable.
Because of my everyday work and how it is and the things I see there, yeah, we see people dying and the last stages of life. It makes you realize that it can be you. And what if that would happen next day? How you want your life to, what you're gonna remember. And I don't think that I'm gonna remember the dirty kitchen or dirty bathroom or my wardrobe being all over the place. This is bullshit. I will remember Morocco, baby. I will remember Kyrgyzstan. I will remember the toilet in the fucking basin. That's what I'm gonna remember. Live life. Even if it means that you have to burn the candle from both ends. I can do it. Not for too long. Look which end burns more. Maybe you should put the focus on the one. And that's a wrap, no?